Well, I think that this is one of the most mysterious circumstances, and it is my duty to try and circumvent all of these relations in order to find the pathway in which I might find the truth of this matter. Man, dude, Daniel Craig and everybody in this movie is great. This is an awesome picture, man. And I'm going to tell you about it if you don't know yet. It is Paul from Rideout Reviews, and we are reviewing the movie Knives Out. Knives Out. Knives Out. This movie is directed by Ryan Johnson and has an all-star cast starring Daniel Craig, Jamie Lee Curtis, Chris Evans, Anna de Amas, Catherine Langford, Jaden Leibner, Tony Collette, Lakeith Stanfield, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, and Christopher Plummer. This movie is about a patriarch who is a famous writer and a millionaire who has committed suicide. However, there seems to be foul play afoot. Therefore, a famous super sleuth has been hired to solve the mystery and to catch the perpetrator. So this movie was a great mystery. And I think that's one of the best things about it. It feels that old type of feeling, like if you're watching Columbo or Matlock or something like that. This has that whole breed of feel to it. It's always giving you something to look at, and it kind of twisted a little bit where you think you might know. You're like, I think they may have done it, but then it kind of switches on you. So I thought that was great. It kept me really interested in the movie and what was going on. It was a superior mystery, and I haven't seen one like this in such a long time, so I was so thrilled to be able to check this part out. I think another good thing about this movie is the actors, man. Everything that they do in this movie is very good. All of them are very famous. So you see them in a lot of different shows or movies, but they don't seem like themselves. Everybody feels like they were meant or playing the person that is in this movie the way they should. The only one I think maybe a little bit different is Chris Evans. I still had to feel like he was Captain America with the shield, even though he was doing bad things. I don't know. I don't usually see him like this because I saw the movie with him called Snowpiercer, and he did a great job in that. I didn't see him as that, but in this one it seems like he did, so I'm not sure. But Daniel Craig, that's who I thought would have been like, I know that brother's James Bond, but I think maybe it's because of his great change in which he speaks in this movie is what blew me away. It was literally funny, man. As soon as I heard it, I cracked up laughing, man. It is hilarious. Another thing about this movie is just the way that they actually tell the story. So they do different types of techniques so that you kind of understand what's going on. Whenever Daniel Craig starts to speak about an incident that he believes is happening or asks a witness to talk about something that they did, they go back and they show that visual. And so you are able to be there real time as they're speaking their testimony to Daniel Craig. And I think that helped out very well in displaying the story and how each thing happened, which led up to another thing that happens in the movie. I also think they did a great job in displaying that mystery continuing on with that, because the story kind of tells you what's going on, but then it adds just a slight bit, a little bit of mystery that kind of gets you gripped and suspended the whole movie, where you're ready or want to know who did it and how they did it. Now, there's so much good stuff in this movie, but let me tell you about the bad. The only bad is two. One is that in that direction where they were switching back and forth between scenes, they did one. It was kind of like an Inception scene, a dream within a dream, because it was a scene within a scene. And that made it a little bit more difficult to follow. And I think they only did this one time, so it's not too bad. But when they did it, they kind of clarified it in a way where you knew it was going on. But it took a little bit after they finished the scene to do it. So I think that was a bit confusing. Other than that, man, it was great. One more thing, though, is just at the second act, when it started, they kind of give you an idea of what happens, what goes on. And after that, I kind of thought the movie was over. I was like, oh, well, I guess they explained it all. I guess it's a pretty short movie. And so when they went on to the next part, I was kind of bored. I was like, what else am I supposed to know? But in clear classic mystery fashion, they continue to bring along another niche that had to be filled. And so whenever they did that, I was hooked right back in. It was great, man. So that wasn't a bad anything. I'm going to tell you what, though. I'm going to rate this movie a 4 out of 5 R's. Great movie. Great movie. Good characters, good acting, great story. Overall, this movie was just a fine classic going back to that mystery type feel, man. And it is a great watch. Is it redeemable, though? That's the question. Well, I mean, there are some very good characters in this, and it has some great themes about family, the love of money. It also has some stuff about like being an honest person and how it is good to do that, to always be honest. But to me, the things that they show in this movie, especially with the main character when she's just so honest, but in the end doesn't receive punishment for what should have happened. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. It portrays like bad characters get punished and good characters, even if they are mistaken or messed up, don't get punished. And I think that really kind of takes away the idea of this movie to me. Though there are great things and good characters, I just don't feel like it's redeemable. But what do you guys think? Why don't you put that in the comments and let me know if you think of a way that it's redeemable, or maybe I just didn't see how the character or the movie talked about some of these things. Also, if you like the video, man, let me know that, because it is a classic. And name some of them classics that are like it. Like Murder, She Wrote. That was a good one, and it reminds me of this too. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, and it makes you want to go watch the movie, give me a thumbs up. Or if you did, and it helped you to realize maybe it's not your style, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell, and you can get notified when I come out with other stuff. And I appreciate you guys for watching. You have a good weekend, and keep watching movies.